Hello friends, welcome to this lecture. And in today's session, we will cover the 8086 assembler directivities. In the previous lecture, we will study about the assembly language programming, where how many parts in there. There are three parts. That is a text, BSS section, and a binary section. So here we have to study about the assembler directivities. What are the directives used in the assembly language programming? Assembler directives are the directions to the assembler which indicate how an operand or section of the program is to be processed. Means directive that direct to the assembler which indicate how an operand or section of the program is to be executed or processed. These are also called as a pseudo operations which are not executable by the microprocessor. The following section explains the basic assembler directives for the 8086. Means directives are the directions to the assembler which indicate how an operand or section of the program is to be processed. Means the compiler or assembler already know the function of directives. They already know how to process that data directives. Okay, these are also called as a pseudo operations. These are also called as a pseudo operation. Means we can assembly directive also called as a pseudo operations, which are not executable by the microprocessor, and because they know they are working. The following section explains the basic assembler directives for the 8086. So we have to see here assembler directives. There are various directives are explained below. First is assume directive. The assume directive is used to inform the assembler the name of the logical segment. The assume directive used to inform the assembler the name of logical segment. It should use for a specified segment. So here we can clearly understand what is the use of assembler directive, that is assume directive. So assume directive is used to inform the assembler that the name of the logical segment it should use for a specified segment. And it indicates the name of logical segment, specified segment. For example, assume ds colon data, that tells the assembler that for any program instruction which refers to the data segment, it should use the logical segment called as data. Here, the assembler that for any program instruction which refers to the data segment, it should use the logical segment called data. So we have to remember the structure of this instruction, not an instruction, structure of directives. Whenever we want to use this directive in our program, so assume ds colon data, that tells to the compiler or assembler for any program instruction which refers the data segment, refer the data segment, and it should use the logical segment called as data. Second directive is a db. Db means define byte. It is used to declare a byte variable or set aside one or more storage location of type byte in memory. Define byte. It is used to declare byte variable or set aside one or more storage location. So it is an DB directive is generally used in a variable or a storage location in a memory. For example, current underscore value db36h tells the assembler to reserve 1 byte of memory for the variable for a variable named current underscore value and put the value 36H in that memory location when the program is loaded into the RAM or memory. So here, DB directive is generally used for the variable or a memory location to reserve the space to reserve the byte for it to store a specific value. In the previous example, it already shows you how the variable store its value into the data segment of the memory. Okay, now third directive is a DW. DW means a define word. It is the assembler to define variable of type word or to reserve the storage location of type word in a memory. Means it have a double capacity of byte. Okay, means it's store 32 bit 32 bit into the memory. Then fourth is a DD. Fourth directive is a DD. That is define double word. Define double word. This directive is used to declare a variable of type double word or restore the memory location which can be accessed as type double word. So this directive is used to declare a variable of type double word. Double type uh, double word type variable. DD directive is used to store or declare a double type variable or restore the memory location which can be accessed as a type double word. Now fifth directive is a define quad word. Quad means double, means its capacity is than the double than the word and four times than the DW. And this directive is used to tell the assembler to declare variable four words in length or to reserve the four words of storage in memory. DQ. It's a CAD word, define quad word. Now sixth is a DT, means it defines the 10 bytes. It is used to inform the assembler to define a variable which is 10 bytes in length or reserve 10 bytes of storage in a memory. Now EQ, equate. EQ means equate. This is also an directive. It is used to give the name to some value or symbol. It is used means this directive is used to give the name to some value or a symbol. Every time the assembler finds the given name in the program, it will replace the name with the value or symbol we have equated with that name. Means here we can give the symbolic name to the variable or some we can provide the some value, and every time assembler find the given name in the program, it will replace the name with the value or a symbol. And equate means it gives some value to the variable, and that value the assembler finds into the program every time. Okay, now next section. Org means originate. That directive mostly used. We already seen in the program Hello World program. Org originate. The org statement changes the starting offset address of the data. The org statement changes the starting offset address of the data. It allows to set the location counter to the desired value at any point in the program. For example, the statement org300h tells the assembler to set the location counter to 300x. Means it is used to set the location counter whatever value in front of them, then that value is used to set the location counter. Now PROC, this is a procedure, and this is also one of the directive. It is used to identify the start of procedure or subroutine. Now END is also directive. and we must use in every program to end the program. The directive indicates the assembler that this is the end of the program module. The assembler ignore any statement after an end directive. Now next is a NP. NP means end procedure, and this is also a directive. It indicates the end of procedure or subroutine to the assembler, subroutine or a procedure. End is, this is the end segment, and this directive is used with with the name of the segment to indicate that the end of the logical statement. Here example is given, a code segment colon, that is the start of logical segment containing code, start of logical segment containing code, then code, end of the segment name code. So these all are the directives we generally use in our program. So here, how these directives are used in the program, we have to check it into the assembly language program. So we check the program. So we already seen the program in the previous lecture. Again, we section.text it is a part of assembly language. Then global underscore start, this is also a part. It must be declared for linker underscore start, and whose value is global, means must be declared for linker. Then underscore start is the third part of assembly language programming, and it tells linker it is a entry point. Now here the program is started. Move edx len length means it is used to display the message length edx. Then move ecx, message is to write, message is write in msg and loaded into the ecx. Now ebx comma 1 file descriptor std out, standard out. Now move eax4 system call number, that is a system underscore write, int 0 into 80 call the kernel, it will call the kernel. Now move eax comma 1 means system call number, it call the number 1 and place it to eax. Then int 0 into 80, it is an kernel call. Section data message db means word, db means define word, means for a hello world we already reserve the memory into the memory section, that is the hello world. 0xa, a string to be printed, that the string is to be printed in the form of message. Length equate equ under dollar and minus msg, this is the length of the string, it will display the length of string. When the above code is compiled and executed, it produces the following result, that is hello world, hello comma world. So what is the step of compiling and linking an assembly program? So generally we use NASM to run the assembly language program. NASM and TASM are the assembler we use for assembly language program. So here given the NASM. Make sure you have set the path of NASM. Firstly, you have to download the NASM, and then you have to set the path and ID in your path environment variable. From the environment variable, we have to set the path and ID. Now take the following steps for compiling and linking the above program. Type the above code using the text editor, means we have to write the code into the text editor like notepad or wordpad etc, or we can use the text editor of a NASM and save it as a hello dot hello.asm. ASM is a extension of assembly language program. whenever we want to write the program in C language, then we use the extension .c. Like C++, it use the .cpp. Likewise, in assembly language, we use the .asm is the extension for assembly language program. So we have to firstly save it, and how to save it? Give the first name of the program and then .asm. Now, second thing is that oh sorry. Mm, so remaining part will be covered in next section. I think something goes wrong. So in a second step, make sure that you are in the same directory where you saved your program name, that is hello.asm. Now third step is that to assemble the program, type nasam space underscore af, then eif, then program name hello.asm. If there is an error, you will be prompted about that at this stage. Otherwise, an object file of your program named hello.o will be created. If there is an error, if there is any error occur, it will notify you. Otherwise, it will create the object file of that program name. Like hello.o, it is an object file of hello program. To link the object file and create an executable file name hello, type id elf underscore i386 minus s minus o hello, and then space hello dot object. It will execute the program by typing backslash hello. You have done everything correctly. If you have done everything correctly, it will display the hello world on the screen. So this is the procedure to run the program in assembly language. So I think you understand this. Thank you for watching.